Hey, cousins. Listen, I know y'all said don't be listening to Vince Russo and them three over there, but somehow it came across my little situation, and Vince Russo decided he was going to talk on Liv Morgan's stalker. And it almost sounds like he's essentially blaming Liv Morgan and any woman wrestler who has a stalker. Like, I'm so fucking confused about this narrative and how dangerous it is what Vince Russo is pushing. He said Medusa and these other wrestlers from back in the day, no one would stalk them because they're wrestlers and everyone's scared of them, so they knew not to stalk them. And the problem now is that somehow the lady wrestlers of today are too accessible. Let me explain something to y'all about mental illness. As a mental illness professional, it ain't too much you could do to turn somebody on who is enamored with you, obsessed with you, and just downright want instant gratification, whether it's sexually deviant or otherwise. You understand? Working in this field with the people I work with, even in my undergrad, which is criminal justice, and I had to go and do internship with some, interesting people, I'll say. You don't have to do nothing for someone to decide that they're obsessed with you. Okay? So I don't know what Vince Russo is talking about in terms of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's a pretty woman. She grown. She plays her character. And then what happens is off of the scene, they want to, connect to the audience. And this is how you build rapport. This is how you build rapport and build a fan base so people will buy stuff from you or be interested in what you got going on. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. What's wrong is the person on the other end who has no life, who ain't fucking. If you don't think the rise of incels has absolutely nothing to do with this, you are confusion. There is a reason why male stalkers outnumber women. Okay? There's a reason. There is something called manosphere culture. And I don't know if you all listen or pay attention to what's going on, but this idea, this traditional thing that is being promoted right now to men who cannot get women, okay? Men who want what they want and are not able to get it because women do not want to give it to them. They get riled up. They get angry. Vince said, you can't be nice to no stalker and you can't be mean to him either. Vince, have you ever been hit on in the street? Let me tell y'all a story. I was about 16 years old, and I ain't never gonna forget it. Couple dudes was hollering at me. I was coming home from school. Yes, I went to Catholic school, so you already know I had to have skirt on, and it was hot. No, it wasn't. My skirt went all the way to my fucking knees. Did that stop them? No, they was hollering, whoop the whoop the whoop. Next thing I know, because I got scared and I started walking fast. The next thing I know, all I hear is and got hit with a goddamn beer bottle, and not any kind of beer bottle. It was a fucking Corona bottle. It hit me in the head and then it broke at my ankles. And I'm looking up and I'm looking at them and they like, fuck you then. All the 16 years old, he's a grown ass fucking man. Vince, tell me what I should have did. Should I went over there and said, hey guys, don't do that, or should I went and just start tagging motherfuckers and giving out haymakers? No, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I ran the remainder of my way home because I was like 4 blocks away from my house. I ran. Okay, and it happened. It doesn't just happen in public. I'm a video gamer. Do you think playing video games is a walk in the park for women? It's something to behold when the people on the video games hear you say, "Hey guys, I done been called everything but the child of God, and even worse because I'm good at the game. I haven't played online in years. I haven't played online in years because the abuse is just that palpable. Abuse, threatening behavior, people telling you where they at because they done somehow got your IP address and zoomed it. Like what? The motherfuckers is swatting. So you mean to tell me is that my fault because these people are obsessed and crazy? Para relationships. Let's talk about it. I spoke about this before. What does that mean? Essentially, everyone has a para relationship when they are trying to build a connection with strangers. I'll use my example. We cousins. And I gave y'all the reason why I call us cousins. Okay. It's more of a historic reason than anything else. And so it's valid. We cousins disconnected, especially if you are a descendant of the enslaved in the United States. We cousins disconnected by probably 4 or 5 people because of the inbreeding during enslavement. Okay? I'm always going to give you some black history. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? We cousins because of the diaspora. So we could be cousins. And that could work for Latinos who got podcasts. If you want to call the Latino community cousins, you could do that. I call us cousins even for the human connection. Because everybody that listens to me ain't black. So for the human connection, you could be my cousin. You know what I mean? And that way we could build a rapport, learn how to respect each other, learn each other's boundaries as we continue on in this thing that we all love. And this is what brings us together, the entity of pro wrestling. Okay? Now, it could get cult like. How do you make it a cult? If you want to add even more of the family element and fucking blend somebody's brains into juice, but that's not what I'm doing. What wrestlers have done, now I said this. I always said that I feel like pro wrestlers or athletes together should separate their athletic life from their home life. So a good example, I'm going to use Rhea Ripley, Mother Leather. Okay? Mother Leather right now is hot as ever. She leans into her sexuality. I'm not mad at it. She leans into everybody wants to bone her, the androgyny of it all. It's sexy. We all get it. Almost a la Prince, right? Rhea Ripley, one thing she does that I don't like, and I think all wrestlers do this, is she doesn't have a separate Instagram for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is not Demi. That's her real name. Demi Bennett, right? Have a separate Instagram, a separate life for Demi Bennett. That way, if you want them in your life, you add them at your discretion. When you and your husband are doing things together, and you're home, or if you want to have more of a different things that you want certain people to be a part of, you add them to your life at your discretion and you use discernment. But the problem that's taking place is that Demi and Rhea, you can't tell the difference. I know Rhea when she's on TV. She got her leather panties on. She doing what she got to do. She's emoting around. But Rhea said when she's at home, she's Demi. She's chilling. She got sweats on, no makeup, right? Digging in her nose, digging out her butt, farting, hanging out with her dogs. Somebody in the comments said, and they made a comment, and I do agree with this comment, but that doesn't negate the situation that Vince Russo is stepping into. Because he's talking and he doesn't know what he's talking about. And the crazy part is that guy is supposed to be a doctor. I don't know if he's a doctor of med or what, or psychology, but I'm going to need him to do a little bit more better pulling in what Vince Russo is saying, correcting him. This commentator said, I remember a couple of months back when Rhea was doing a live Insta and she said something about, oh, I'm alone at home now with my dogs because Buddy is out in Australia promoting a show. And I literally wrote, don't say you're home alone. You never do that. Crazy people can have bad ideas and literally show up at your house. And like barely a month after the stalker thing happened, thank God it didn't went the way the level of Sonya Deville. But damn, they sometimes get caught off thinking they're invincible, and it's just one bad apple. It's not one bad apple. Now Vince Russo going in about Liv Morgan and how good she looked. I didn't hear him say anything about Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville don't look like anybody you want to fuck with. Why he bringing up fucking Vajon and what's her name? All the old girls who used to wrestle and be hard in the face and shit. I ain't hear him say shit about Sonya Deville, and her fucking stalker was damn near trying to take her all the way out. But now somehow Liv Morgan, she's doing something wrong and it's her fault. So this is what he says, and I quote, "Bro, they're making themselves too accessible. They really are. On social media, they're making themselves too accessible. Bro, you are talking about wackos. And bro, if you're gonna come across as this nice honey person, down to earth, bro, wackos are gonna think they got a shot at you, bro. What do you want them to do? Liv Morgan lives on like a 25, 30 acre farm with animals. She wears big ass giant glasses and looks like a little old lady when she chilling. If that's turning someone on and making them riled up to where they want to go over there and attack her, what the fuck is she supposed to do?